Alrighty, fellas. Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Welcome to PokeMMO Stream Recap 533. We're a little bit out of order in today's stream because we had a catch event to go rush over to, but we got that taken care of, and now we have a bunch of other future catch events, just in-game tournaments, and lots of daily news today to actually cover. So let's just jump into it and get the information to you guys. If you find these videos helpful, as always, make sure to leave a like on them and subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos. Let's jump into it, fellas. First things first, shiny Yanma prize catch event. This is a big prize. Thursday, the 9th of July. At 11:30 a.m. ET over at Ruin Valley in Kanto. Make sure that if you are doing this catch event, you can run into Wobbuffet over at this location. So you want to either be like quick balling. That might be rough on the Yanma catch rates though. This will be a tough catch event. We'll definitely be calculating the odds for and figuring out some sort of strategy for the day this happens. But there is a shiny Yanma up for grabs, dude. An amazing shiny prize for this pretty tricky catch event, since there will be Wobbuffet in the way of the event. Yanma is +5, Natu is 0, Persian is -10, nature bonuses on screen right now, and then there is that shiny 3x31 Yanma up for grabs, dude. One of the most beautiful shinies in my opinion in PokeMMO, and a very difficult single encounter hunt on top of it, often safari hunted. Next up, Seviper catch event on Sunday, the 12th of July at 3 p.m. ET, Route 114 in Hoenn. You have 1 hour to catch Seviper, Swablu, and Zangoose. Seviper +3, Swablu 0, Zangoose -3. Nature bonuses are on your screen right now. And then shiny Seviper, underrated, beautiful, cool shiny Seviper is up for grabs here, fellas. 3x31, 1000 RP on top of it, a great way for Ironman to win some reward points. And then next up, we have another catch event scheduled, and not like any other catch event. This is a seasonal catch event tournament. They did this last year, and I'm so glad they brought it back. We have a lot to read, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Trainers, prepare to embark on an exciting 8-week journey through Unova. Each week, you will face a new challenge inspired by one of the Unova's gym leaders and their signature Pokemon. From Sillin, Chili, Cress, iconic elemental Pokemon, to Iris's powerful Dragon Team, every week we will offer a fresh opportunity for you to test your skills and capture new Pokemon. There's more to than just glory on the line. Throughout the event, you'll earn points based on the IVs of your best Pokemon each week. You must accumulate at least 800 total points over the course of 8 weeks to catch events to qualify for the grand finale. And the grand finale is where the prize is really given out, and the prize is usually really amazing. So it's 8 weeks of catch events, and these catch events feed into one another and all go towards this giant prize, this big catch event. So here's the current dates for these, and they will release more information as we get closer to these and wheel these out. The first one is on the 11th of July at 9 a.m. ET. That is a Saturday. The second one is Sunday, the 19th of July. A lot of these Saturday and Sunday, which is really good timings. Sunday, 19th of July at noon. Saturday, 25th of July at 1 p.m. ET. Sunday, 2nd of August, 9 a.m. 8th of August, that's a Saturday at noon. 16th of August, Sunday at 3 p.m. ET. 22nd of August, Saturday at 9 a.m. ET. August 30th, Sunday at noon. And then the finale, the finals, will be on the 6th of September. But you have to qualify. That's very important. And look at the prizes. First place prize is a shiny Zorua or Archon or Larvesta. Your choice. One of 3 incredibly rare shinies. They do not give away rare shinies like this very often within PokeMMO. Second place prize, shiny Elekid or Yonmask. And then third place gets to pick the other option out of these 2 that was here. Obviously, on top of this, there's reward points, and they have good stats, all the typical catch event things. I love these events, dude. It is such a massive prize up for grabs. The biggest thing here is you've got to make sure you qualify and get up to that final catch event. And during this event, usually you can submit during the event. In most catch events, you can't submit your points or whatever until after the event is over. In this catch event, you can just submit in the middle. So you can just someone said shame it's during Shiny Wars. What I will be doing is I will show up, catch like 1 Pokemon, and as long as that Pokemon is above a 100 score, I can just submit it and leave. So even though it's during Shiny Wars, it actually works out fine. The complicated part is that the finale is right after Shiny War, when a lot of people will be exhausted. That'll be the, you know, if you're doing War. But you can actually do this pretty well, in my opinion, during Shiny War, which will be really cool. And then obviously each of these weeks also have it's not all of this just for this prize. It's all of this plus the individual weeks also have prizes, and then you also have the chance for the rare prizes. So this is like an amazing altogether catch event. Ideally, like, if you can just catch, like, yeah, this kind of says, if you can just catch how many like 150s, it's if you catch like 300, if you go to like 5 or 6, you can do like 5 or 6 of these catch events and qualify for the finales. You don't need to do all 8 as long as you catch good enough Pokemon. Keep that in mind. But here is the week 1. The week 1 has already been scheduled. This will be in Lost Lorn Forest, Unova on the 11th of July. Is that this Saturday? This Saturday, effectively. This upcoming Saturday, 9 a.m. ET. You have 1 hour to catch Panseer, Pansage, Panpour, and Servine. Wow, a weird Elemental Monkey. Cool catch event. Timid, Modest, Jolly, Adamant, different nature bonuses. Timid is +2, +1 for Modest, -2 for Jolly, -1 for Adamant, and probably a non-shiny. Yeah, non-shiny prize because all this is going towards that hyper rare one. So it makes a lot of sense. Non-shiny Elemental Monkey is up for grabs here. 6 times 31 though, which is really cool. And you get bonus qualification points if you actually win, and you still get reward points. That's a big one here. Like, as an Iron Man, I'm excited for 8 chances to win potentially reward points. So we'll see, or at least some chances during Shiny War. I can't do this, but we'll see how it goes. Speaking of Shiny Wars, I've mentioned it a billion times, but in case someone does not know, Shiny Wars has been confirmed. It'll be from August 1st to August 28th. There are more details over on the forums. I just want as many people as possible to know because it is a really big deal in PokeMMO. And then next up, we do have a daily item market check, and finally a positive one. I feel like I don't think I've covered this Vanity before, but apologies if I have. It's always cool to spread more information though. So many big vanities, expensive vanities, and old vanities have gone down in price over the past 1 to 2 years. The Shadow Bone Club breaks barriers. It is one of the only vanities over the past 1 to 2 years to actually consistently go up in value. When this item released back in 2022, I believe, yeah, late 2022, October 2022, it was around 4 to 5 mil. Well, it was 4 mil for quite a while there, honestly. It released in October 31st. And it was 4 mil up until Christmas, like December 25th. And then it spiked a bit to like 5-6 mil. And nowadays, it's just consistently climbed. It is now 32 million Pokeyen. If you bought 10 of these, let's do some math. If you bought 10 of these, right? That's 40 mil Pokeyen. It's 40 mil Pokeyen for 10 of these, right? That 40 mil would now be worth 320 mil, right? Pretty basic math, even for my brain, okay? Because I'm making this as complicated as possible. But 320 mil minus 40 mil, you profit what, like 280? I can't type for my life. Anyways, the head math, you profit like 280 mil if you bought 10 of these 4 years ago, which is nuts. 280 mil profit on one potential investment. Like, that's why... Someone asked yesterday, like, when is endgame PokeMMO? And I think Xanarchy mentioned, like, I think hyper endgame is when, like, you aren't grinding for Pokeyen anymore, which does happen. I think you reach a point when you were at such... Okay, he's moonwalking. Okay, Pog. When you're at such endgame... I'm so distracted by this phenomena. You reach a point where, like, your investments and, like, maybe some flipping here and there, like, makes all your money. And it's a crazy point to reach, but like, I think anybody can reach it, given a lot of hard work, given a lot of time. Time and patience is honestly the main one to reach that point, to be totally fair. Alrighty, fellas, next up is the Achievement Showcase. It's a way for me to shout out and show appreciation to all the gamers grinding and doing cool things within PokeMMO, and also give you guys some ideas, some goals to maybe shoot for today while you play PokeMMO. If you want to be involved in the Achievement Showcase, there's a Discord chat in my Discord, which is always linked in the description, or it's just discord.gg/Patrouski in your browser, wherever you want to type that at. All right, Pillow, a lot of first shinies today. I've been saying, like, the increased showing of first shinies to me shows, like, not only new players, I think we're seeing a lot of new players kind of converting to the end game or getting into things like shiny hunting, which is really cool to see. And Shiny Wars also kind of promotes that. Really does 31,000 encounter first shiny. Not exactly what he wanted, but we'll still love them. I love that mentality. I love that, like, that thought process. So much love to you, Pillow. Congratulations, dude. Next up, another first shiny. My first shiny, and it's this precious thing. I'm in tears, dude. The emotions, the love for your first shiny is contagious. 2 times 31 in attack and defense on a Smeargle at 9,000 encounters. Congratulations to you, Nenflor, on your first shiny, man. Hell yeah. Next up, another first shiny. The first shiny train continues from Quinn Stefan. Got my first shiny today while payday pickuping at Berry Forest. Was hunting for Moltres, but I'll take this. Dude, shiny Weepin' Bell. Weepin' Bell, not great. Bellsprout, kind of cool. Victreebel, quite cool. Congratulations to you, man. Just a fantastic shiny. Cool. For so many first shinies, dude. Another first shiny. 4 first shinies in one stream recap intro. Lone Lion, no way, just got my first shiny on the way to an alpha spawn. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of those like mixed emotions. Like, you got to be happy. It's a cool shiny. It's a shiny. You got it at 30,900 encounters, but I understand in the back of your mind being like, I was on the way to an alpha. Like, that is a weird pill to swallow. I'm not gonna lie, but still, I think to a very positive direction, Lone Lion, which I think is good. Congratulations to you, man, on the amazing shiny Sandile, dude. Next up, Jersbooks got themselves. I know that recently they were featured in the achievement showcase because they went 72,000 encounters dry on their first shiny, I believe. And they got, I think, if I recall correctly, they got it during a catch event. They wanted to go do some Zorua shunning, took a break, it seems like. It ended up getting a shiny Coughing at about 6,000 encounters. And then next up is Zorua, they promised this time, okay? No more excuses. Good luck to you, man. Zorua was a really tough shunt, but good luck to you, man. Next up, Phaeton. Dude, I have over 12,000 hours in PokeMMO, and I did not know this was even possible. I didn't know you could do this. Finally beat the Kanto Trainer Tower on Island 7. Who the fuck farms the Kanto Trainer Tower on Island 7? All due respect, this is awesome. These are the kinds of PokeMMO achievements I want to see. The unique ones. The ones that no one else is doing in the game. Exploring the depths and the nitty-gritty in the nooks and crannies of PokeMMO. Dude, this is sick, man. One of the coolest achievements on today's list, in my opinion. I didn't know you could beat this. I didn't know you could just win the Battle Tower. I know in Hoenn you can like infinitely grind it, but apparently the Kanto one is beatable, and he got 3,700 BP from doing it. Dude, congrats, man. Next up, Spells. This is an insane account, an insane player. Finally got my dream shiny at 525 hours exactly played. Almost all the Ninkadas were self-caught. That adds a lot of time. I also included a Lickilicky in my screenshot because having Shedinja and a Shalfa as my only 2 shinies is kind of cool. I'm sorry, kind of cool? I'm sorry, did you say kind of cool? This is one of the coolest accounts I've ever seen in PokeMMO. One of the coolest, like, this gamer, also IGN Spells, what a good IGN. Your money is stacked, you got the racks up, you've got the shinies. Dude, their 2 shinies is a Shalfa Lickilicky and then a shiny Shedinja, which also that Shedinja is at 61,000 encounters. What a grind. This is insane. One of the coolest screenshots. Thank you for sharing, dude. I always say it's unbelievable how, like, we didn't used to keep track. We didn't used to log. We didn't have people doing these kind of shunts in PokeMMO back, 10 years ago, right? It's really cool to see people flexing their stuff and logging it and tracking the data, tracking what shinies are achieved, all that stuff. It's really, really insane, man. And then next up, we're ending things off today, I believe, with just a wholesome, amazing MMO story. Not even a PokeMMO story, but just an MMO story, but obviously it took place in PokeMMO. I finally met one. I finally got a legendary, got a Moltres, and I caught it after 22,000 encounters dry Moltres. To be honest, not the greatest achievement, but what makes me want to share it is because of this dude. This random dude from Global Chat saw me ranting about my dry streak and sent me 3 legendary lures in the mail and told me never give up, keep pushing forward. And ironically, I had already bought a Moltres off the GTL and I was deciding to give up and call it a month. But this random act of kindness from a stranger helped me push forward, and on the very last day of the month, before it changed rotations, I was able to catch a Moltres, and now this dude is my big dog now. Dude, I fucking love this. This is a friendship made, a story crafted, a emotional attachment to this Moltres that can't be faked, it can't be shedded. I hope you think about this story every single time you use this Moltres in raids, in PVM content in the future. That's everything you want from an MMO experience, man. This is everything you want when you play an MMO. Congratulations to your Chicken Rise and to your friend, dude. I thought that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. All right, I know we already did a daily item market check, but I think this is really good history, and it's good to understand the core prices of items with it, or the core item prices in PokeMMO. Things like Leppa berries. Like a lot of the shiny market and economy is built around Leppa berries, your ability to heal your sweet scent and keep shiny hunting back to back to back, right? Someone said like, oh man, Leppa berries are spiking recently due to shiny wars, right? And they've gone from about 747 Pokeyen up to 802, right? For like, if you look at this graph, right, for all intents and purposes, yeah, Leppas have kind of spiked recently. Spike is kind of a harsh word, but they've gone up, right? They've gone about 50 Pokeyen a berry, okay? But when you zoom out, this is why price history and market history is so important. When you zoom out, you can see that Leppa berries used to average 900 Pokeyen a piece for a very long time. Back when I came back to them in 2021 and up until 2023 or so, they would even peak at 1,000 Pokeyen a berry sometimes from 2020 to 2023-ish, right? And it wasn't until, I mean, even then, it wasn't until like 2024 where we started seeing Leppa berries consistently be under 900. And we've seen Leppa berries consistently go down in price. Be 900 Pokeyen average, 900 to 1,000 yen from 2020 up until, let's say, 2023. And then in 2023, we start seeing like 900, like 8 to 900-ish. A spike here, but like generally 8 to 900-ish Pokeyen. And then in 2024, we start seeing like low 800s, sometimes dipping to 700s, which was not happening before. Like that did not happen prior to February 2024. We never saw them at 700s. And then eventually getting as low as like 755 over in November 2024, 780, and then kind of stabilizing at like 700, 800-ish. So it's only as of the past 1.5 years we've seen Leppa berries at like 7 to 800-ish. Historically, they've been like 800 to 1,000-ish. Leppa berries change in price all the time, though. It's one of those items, like, I would say anywhere between 700 to 1,000 Pokeyen is about where you see Leppa berries. But it's good to show, once again, I think item history, market history is really important. Because if you only started playing PokeMMO in 2024, you've only seen, how do you know? You don't know unless you've done like the research, which is a lot above and beyond stuff, right? And it's really, really good to know what things costed before and have that history to understand how things will influence in the future and what's a normal price and yada, yada, yada. Something is not you don't know a normal price if you only know 2 years or something like that, right? You have to understand a greater history of market trends. So yeah, it's good. It's a good little educational thing. Hopefully it helps catch some players up on Leppa berry history. I do respect and I understand shiny hunters being like, yeah, but I miss when they were 700 and cheap, and I miss my cheap Leppa shunts. Incredibly valid, gamer. Yes, that's also true. It's a really good point to keep in mind. The Leppa berry price on the GTL is actually a little bit more than what Leppas actually cost. And when I say actually cost, most shiny hunters and most like endgame players are buying Leppa berries from trade chat or Discord chats or like through a player, because you can sell them for less. Leppa berry sellers can sell them for less and make more money because they dodge the listing fee. It's exactly the same as Ditto boxes, right? Because you dodge the listing fee, you can charge the buyer less and make more money. So make sure if you're ever buying or selling Leppa berries, do it through trade chat, through a Discord, trade lounge, whatever it may be. Do it directly player to player. You'll save both of yourself some Pokeyen. Alrighty, fellas, catch event results are coming in. 4th place is Claw is Pro, 17 points. Congratulations, gamer. 164 points. That name sounds familiar. King Savvy, congrats on 3rd place. 2nd place with 166, a lower scoring catch event. I think catch events have gotten a lot more chill as we lead up to Shiny War. 166 is Lin, which gives me a better chance of potentially winning one, hopefully. Lin, congratulations on 2nd place. In 1st place, the winner of the non-shiny 5x31 Cynical, 174, so a pretty big difference. Didn't I talk to this guy earlier today? Or I've seen this name before, for sure. Congrats to them, dude. 174 points, man. Legendario. Congratulations to you, gamer. Alrighty, fellas, it is time for either your most favorite or least favorite part of the PokeMMO stream recap, the Movietrouski tapes, which have nothing to do with PokeMMO. It is just me talking about what movies I've watched recently. I've been really into movies over the past year or so, and I watch about one movie a day, and it's something that is fantastic to do alongside PokeMMO. It's a great PokeMMO side activity. So if you like playing PokeMMO, grinding, and watching movies, this is the place for you. I'm sharing my thoughts, my opinions, and that is it. I don't know shit about movies. I just like watching them, okay? Now, I also go to the movie theaters a lot because me and my wife have the local movie theater battle pass, okay? Disclosure day. Ooh, I think that thankfully now this is a cold take. When I saw Disclosure Day, day one, I was very excited. I was looking forward to it, all these things. Steven Spielberg, sci-fi is hit or miss, I feel like, but I was excited. Disclosure Day was such a, I hate to use the word nothing burger, but like such a outdated nothing burger. To give a spoiler-free review, so much of the movie ends up being dependent on and charged with the ending, and the ending was so mediocre. Not even mediocre, just awful. It has a lot of those like almost like Michael Bay-esque, like beautiful, Steven Spielberg-esque, like beautiful lighting shots of like person's head here and then like a glowing ray of light and like sun behind them, and you'll see the camera like pan around, and they look very pretty, they look very cinematic, but they're also just very replicatable and very kind of uninspired. Disclosure Day was a 3.5 out of 10 for me. The performance from Emily Blunt is insane. And I really like Josh O'Connor. I really liked him in Wake Up Dead Man, the third Knives Out movie. Emily Blunt is really good. I've always heard people praise Emily Blunt, and I've never really watched a movie with her where I feel like she had a crazy performance, but I haven't really watched enough of her movies. This movie sold me. She stood out above the rest. She was amazing in this movie. Yeah, I'm glad someone already saw the Thumb movies. Okay. Next up, I rewatched Dodgeball. I am an advocate. I think Dodgeball is one of the best comedies ever made. I think it's a 10 out of 10. I love early 2000s comedies. They don't always age well. Comedy is really tough to do well and have. I think Dodgeball fucking sticks. I think it works. I think it's good. I think Dodgeball is fantastic. I truly think it is a 10 out of 10 perfect comedy. Okay, next up, I watched Psycho for the very first time, which is the like Norman Bates kind of story. I think it's not too much of a spoiler, but it's like the Bates Motel origin is like from Psycho. It's the movie, if you've ever seen the like person who like opens up the shower and has the knife, that's Psycho. That scene originates from Psycho. And that's how I always think of it. I had never seen it. I watched it for the first time. Kind of a slow start, but I think there's a big midway point twist, and I think it gets pretty interesting for an older movie. It's from the 60s, I believe, right? I'm not generally a huge fan of older movies. I think there are some that really hold up, like almost unfairly, like 12 Angry Men. I think 12 Angry Men is like one of the best movies ever made. But I think old movies have a tough time fighting against the passage of time. I think a lot of times I don't vibe with them, but I try my best to give them a fair shot. We watched a fair bit of old movies recently. Psycho ended up getting a did I even say scores? Yeah, Disclosure Day got a 3.5 out of 10. Dodgeball 10 out of 10. Psycho, I believe, got a Letterboxd is lagging a little bit. I give Psycho a 6 point something, a 7.4, excuse me. I gave Psycho a 7.4. I think what was really good about it is the pacing of Psycho is like, it is just a straight up ramp, and it gets more and more exciting and crazy as the movie goes on. But the start of the ramp is quite slow, is probably the best way to explain it. Next up, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. Man, I grew up loving Aqua Teen Hunger Force, okay? And I love like that Robot Chicken era of like Toonami, Cartoon Network, all that jazz. And I've got to be honest, like giving this like not a very good review broke my heart. I gave it a 4.8 out of 10. I watched this. My wife was away on like a bachelorette trip for her friend, and this is the movie. This is a very husband coded. You know, while the wife is gone, watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force. She hates this shit, but I love it. I wish I liked this more. It was just, this show lends itself to the 15-minute format, and when you make a 90-minute Aqua Teen Hunger Force story, it's not a 90-minute story. It feels like very discombobulated. It feels very separated, very not succinct at all. It feels very like all over the place, you know? I think the normal episodes are honestly like 11 minutes with like minus the ads, right? So like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, It's something you throw on in the background while your wife is at work. You can see my full reviews for these all the way, by the way, over on Letterboxd. Just letterboxd.com/Patrouski. I just watch movies and post them there. It's been a really fun thing to get into. But yeah, unfortunately, Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, and there's like a bunch of them. This was the first one, I believe, so I'll try to watch. Maybe I'll watch more in the future. I don't know if they're super worth my time, though, respectfully and sadly. Next up, another classic old movie, Rear Window. This is from Alfred Hitchcock, who's the same guy who made Psycho, and also infamously, like a very popular, or not infamously, but famously a popular director. Rear Window is really, the premise is really, really interesting, and the set design is beautiful. Let's see if I can actually go find Rear Window set. I think this movie has one of the most beautiful sets. The premise of this movie is that there's this guy who has like a broken leg, and he can't do anything aside from just sit on his porch and like look out into like the his little neighborhood and just kind of spy on his neighbors and see what his neighbors are doing. And the premise of the movie is that like while he's home alone with a broken leg and has nothing else to do, he just like sits outside, looks out his rear window, you know, ha ha ha, and he witnesses what maybe or maybe isn't a murder. And the whole movie is like deciphering, like, is he just going crazy? Did he actually witness a murder? What happened? The premise is really amazing. The set is really amazing. The dialogue at times is just really not that good. Here's the set of it. It's a beautiful, like, this visual is so cool and so beautiful, and it's a really, really cool movie. It's a really cool premise and everything. Amazing concept, amazing set. You got to factor in, this was put out in 1954, okay? This movie is 70 years old. 70, like, you've got to factor that in. I think the dialogue is a bit rough. It's not gripping. I don't think the movie is very as enthralling. It's not as thrilling as you would like. It's a little low stakes, even though it's like a murder plot, right? Which is a little unfortunate, but still a really cool thing and a really cool watch. The final showdown is really well done. I gave it a 7.8 out of 10. I think it's definitely worth the watch and one of the better old movies from what I've seen in my personal opinion. Okay. Next up, School for Scoundrels. Dude, this is fucking Billy Bob Thornton and John Heder, Napoleon Dynamite, you know. This cast is actually, I think Aziz Ansari is also in this cast. Ben Stiller, the Bazinga guy. Is his name's I'm reading the cast list now. Jim Parsons, is that who that is? Yeah, the Bazinga guy. Dude, there's a lot of fucking Luis Guzman, Dan Fogler. There's a lot of like comedy, so many like comedy A-listers and B-listers and even C-listers just randomly sprinkled throughout this movie. It's really weird, this movie. It's also a Todd Phillips movie. So the same guy who made Joker, both Joker movies, but the first guy who made Joker also made School for Scoundrels, which is hilarious. And it's all about like a low confidence kind of guy, John Heder, who goes to this like insane off the book school to like build some confidence. And that's all I'll say. It's like a 2000s, fun little 2000s era comedy that I think I've never heard anybody talk about or anybody see. And it was honestly much better than I expected. I give it a 7.4 out of 10. Next up, dude, I rewatched Backrooms in theaters. I didn't expect to go see this movie twice, and initially I had rated Obsession higher than Backrooms, but now that I've watched more like explained videos and like seen more into like the Backrooms lore, I also didn't play any of the Backrooms video games. I don't have any like attachment or nostalgia related to the Backrooms. I genuinely think the Backrooms is like a really fucking good movie. That's almost getting dragged down by like the internet fame, like the meme of it prior. It's a very, very, very good horror movie with very, very good like lore and extra elements that I feel like are explained in like great content creators out there talking about stuff. I'm really happy I watched this for a second time in theaters. The rewatch was so much better than the first watch. The first watch I was so stressed and anxious and unsettled the entire time. I couldn't focus on like the details and what was happening. The rewatch, I went to rewatch with a friend, and it was so good, man. I gave the Backrooms an 8.8 out of 10 and a like, and I'm just really happy I went to watch it a second time. It's a great movie. Next up, The God Thumb. The God Thumb is one of the Thumb movies, which are parody movies. Think like Weird Al Yankovic. Parody movies made with thumbs as the actors. You got it. You guessed. You get it. You understand basically. They're made by Steve Odekirk, who is the same guy who invented Jimmy Neutron. I fucking love the Thumb movies. They are such a nostalgia throwback. I love Thumb Wars, Bat Thumb, Franken Thumb, Thumb Tanic. Those are probably my favorites. Not a huge fan of the Blair Thumb or the God Thumb, but I own the like DVD collector's set of these movies. They're stupid, they're awful, they're gorgeous. I love them so much. Okay, the God Thumb got like a 5.6 out of 10. It's not one of the better ones, but I actually waited until I watched The Godfather so that I could watch the God Thumb. So I waited like 20 years to watch the God Thumb. Not joking. That's how seriously I take the Thumb movies. Okay. 5.6 out of 10. That's the final Movietrouski take. Thank you guys for watching or skipping around it. If it's not your cup of tea, I totally understand. Alrighty, fellas, this was a really weird stream. I acknowledge that, and I almost apologize, but it was still hopefully fun. This was a Sunday stream. This is going to be the end of it, boys. I will see you guys tomorrow for a proper, long, full stream on Monday. Like the stream recap if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Thursday. You can say I'm underworking today. I deserve it. That's fine. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, all that jazz. Just have a great day. Good luck on your shiny hunts. Get your shiny war prep done. And I'll hope to see you guys with all those catch events. I'm really excited for the seasonal catch event, dude. That's going to be a banger. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. For now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who is on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.